Hey, what's up guys? It's time for yet another Season 4 character discussion wish list. Mira joined me again. What's going on, buddy?
Hey man, doing just fine.
And we're mixing it up again. Another top tier character to talk about. I mean, come on. Did you guys really think I'd forget about talking about Cammy for the Season 4 patch notes, man? I feel like
never forget.
No matter what we say in this video, Capcom is going to surprise us. And yeah, I'm really looking forward to reading Cammy's patch notes.
Well, hopefully it'll be a positive surprise.
You know, like, everything that we're going to say about this character has already been said. She's somehow the most overrated and underrated character in the game at the same time. But, yeah. I guess I'll start off by saying she is the most popular picked character in top 64 in every single major for the entire season. That's amazing. Like, that's how popular she is. Doesn't matter what country you live in, you know, where this tournament is happening, she's the most picked character in top 64.
You can't hide, basically.
Yeah, you cannot hide.
You can run, but you cannot hide.
Yes. And, you know, it's not like, I don't think anyone says that Cammy's the best character in the game, but the reason this is because not only is she extremely effective as a character, but more importantly, she's very easy to pick up and learn. You know, like, once you understand the character, it pretty much just goes down to you as a player and your wits, and she's just so linear in that sense, but she's so effective at what she does. You know, even Xiaohai admits that he doesn't even practice for tournaments, and he does extremely well with the character because, you know, if you're good as a player, you can go really far with her without having to worry about mastering or learning crazy amounts of depth and knowledge like Minot's V-Trigger, for example. She has also been a really good character for a while now, ever since Beta, actually, if Beta had a tier list. She's always been up there somewhere in top 10, I would say, and even some people would say she was the best character in Season 2. And a lot of people have her set somewhere at top 5 right now, Season 3. And, you know, the reason this is because she's always taken advantage of the limited defensive options in Street Fighter V, especially after the jump back OS was removed in Season 1. You remember the jump back OS, right, Mir?
Yes.
Yes.
And Japanese players were all over that.
Hey man, Tokido had his OS EX Demon Flip. They took that away too, though. Anyways, not only is her offensive pressure one of the best in the game, she actually has some of the best defense in the game as well, with her insanely fast back medium punch. It's basically just a 5-frame, 1-button anti-air that's ideal in a lot of situations because she's so close to you anyways. You're going to be trying to jump over her head. 2 DP options, so her light kick and her medium kick DPs are invincible to air attacks. She has an air throw and a really good V reversal, despite everyone saying how bad it is. Because it's minus on.
I know that someone's gonna mention it in the comments, but even though back medium punch is not a real anti-air,
yeah,
it still works.
Yeah, of course.
So, like,
it still works.
Like, you can look at the hitboxes all you want, but if you look at the results, that move still works.
And then it puts you in a 50-50 mix-up.
Yes.
So, like I said, she's able to just, I would say, mindlessly pressure you with buttons. And if you attempt to jump out, you're going to be put into a worse situation. And, yeah, and then when she's been put in the corner, her V-reversal, if not anticipated, it's really good for taking her out of the corner. She's just, like I said, very effective as a character. And, of course, she has an excellent V-Trigger. And the right tools to deal with the heavy zoners in the game, like Minot and Gal right now. So, she fits in the meta really well. So, I mean, that's pretty much how we're going to start this video, by just, you know, we all know why Cammy is really good, and we know what's really good with the character. So, in terms of our wish list, which we're going to talk about right now, I mean, I thought about this for a while. You know, Cammy, like I said, she's a very linear character, and we have to be very, very careful with the nerfs with her, because any even moderate nerf to her will just absolutely ruin the character, because there's nothing else to her. There really is nothing else to her. It's just Oki, pressure, throw. That's it, right? And no matter what we say, Mir, you know, Cammy's always going to be easy to play and easy to pick up as a character. It's just, that's how she's designed. That's how she is in this game with her moveset.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, unless you make your combo, like your combos really hard for no reason, but otherwise,
Yeah.
like just the basic game plan is very simple to understand and apply
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a real match scenario.
Yeah, for sure. But like, despite this being said, I do feel like she does need some nerfs here, and I guess I'll start off by saying that there are, I would say, 3 or 4 really important nerfs I feel she needs, and then after that, I mean, there's some other areas we can talk about her to nerf. So I'm gonna say the disclaimer again, guys, just like in the Ibuki video. I'm not saying all of these should apply in the next patch. We're giving some examples on different areas they can look at Cammy. So I think if they did all these nerfs we're about to ask, it would ruin the character. But we're gonna, yeah, I'm just making sure you guys understand. But these are the important ones. First off, like you talked about, Mir, the back medium punch. How can we nerf her back medium punch as an anti-air tool? We don't care about the ground tool, just the anti-air version of it.
I mean, I guess there's 2 ways of approaching this. One would be to make the hurt box even worse, so that jump-in attacks can finally beat it, because it, like the point is it beats cross-ups and you know, all jumping attacks that go over your head because of you know, how vertical it is. And I can understand that, you know, being the case, but it trades with heavies, which are clearly supposed to beat this button. So that cannot be allowed to happen. So you either nerf the hurt box again, or you buff jumping attacks. Like, that would be another way of fixing
That's
this.
the real problem, is a lot of the jumping attacks, even the heavies like you mentioned, especially the cross-ups, just have terrible hitboxes, man, or hurt boxes. Just terrible. And that's why there's a lot of jab, anti-air stuff still going on, right? And Cammy's back medium punch just hits that perfect vertical angle at 5 frames. It's so fast. You know, I doubt that Capcom intended to be an anti-air, and I'm sure they're gonna look at it again. And but yeah, obviously one request is much more difficult to do than the other, right? Just buffing all the jumping attacks. So, because like I said, a lot of them suck. But I mean, back medium punch shouldn't be used as this good block stream tool, combo tool, the target combo, and then as an anti-air, even when she already has excellent anti-air options. You know, heaven forbid that Cammy does a DP as an anti-air. You know. So
yeah, and it happened to Nikali, can happen to Cammy as well.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, the next thing that definitely should be looked at is her throw. So I definitely think they should increase the distance that the opponent is at after Cammy throws you. For obvious reasons, she, you know, there's the joke, take the throw for Cammy, but because of her excellent walk speed, it's not exactly a throw loop, but it's at the point, just like Ibuki. Or I think Ibuki's is more devastating, but it's at the point with Cammy where you still have to almost guess, because if you press a button to stop her walking towards you, you might get meated, right? Because her normals are so quick. And at the same time, if you hesitate too long or press the button too slow, she'll throw your normal anyways, right? Because throws beat normals on the same frame. So that definitely, just, you know, just a slight pressure thing, so you're not completely screwed if Cammy throws you in the corner. And you know, honestly, those 2 nerfs right there it puts Cammy in this spot where I'm okay with. Really, if the throw wasn't so dangerous, and you know, she has to DP you to anti-air you, that I'm already okay with at this point. But there's 2 more I want to mention. One, her DPs do too much stun. They're at 200 stun right now.
Infiltration complained about this, if I recall correctly, right?
Yes. That was one of his big complaints. You know, Ryu's EXDP does 200 stun, if you want to, you know, put an example. And Cammy's, all of her DPs, all 3 strengths, even the EX, they all do 200 stun. Which I think is just way too high. Way too high for a regular DP. Put it down to 150. I'm not even talking about the damage, just the stun. 150, I think it's fine. Make more in line.
Yeah, a lot of the normal anti-air moves or DPs do 150 as well, or less. So yeah, it would be normalizing the DPs to the standards of everyone else.
Yeah, this would, if they nerfed Cammy's DP stun, it would hurt her shimmies a little bit, because all of her shimmies will end with a DP to stun you, right? So she'll do one big shimmy and it'll be like a hard punch DP, you know, and it'll be a lot of stun, right? It racks up really high. And then finally, for her V-Trigger 1, her V-Trigger 1 is really good. I do like the roller coaster they added, where you do the uppercut and then to the dive kick. I do like that because, I mean, I personally think Cammy is really boring to play, and adding more things to make it more fun and give you more choices, I'm okay with, even if it makes it stronger in that sense. It's just, you know, with compared to her V-Trigger 2, like her V-Trigger 1 is just so strong. The only thing I could think they can nerf with her V-Trigger 1 without making it fun is making her just a little minus after she does the dive kick on block. Somehow create like a -2 situation, because usually what happens is Cammy will just do you know, a random dive kick on you and you'll block it, and then you're still in this very, very difficult situation. Even if you V-reversal, honestly. She can throw you, shimmy you, right? Heavy kick you at that point. Maybe like -2 or something. But, yeah. Mostly... Oh, go ahead, Mir. Go ahead.
No, I was just about to say, understand why it would be plus, considering that the V-Trigger only has 2 uses. So, like, they want to give you something on block, right?
Yeah.
But it's basically impossible to anti-air because the hitbox is immense on that thing. So
yeah. And fast. It's fast, man.
And it's really fast, yeah. So... I mean, I guess there's other ways around this, right? You can make it slower and easier to enter, so that if you get caught with your pants down, basically you have to deal with the plus situation. I think that'd be fair. It's kind of like, you know, you're in ZX knee drop B. It's kind of like the same thing, right? It's anti-airable, but if you block it, then he's plus, right? So you could do something like that,
right?
Or like you said, you just make it less plus and block, so that it's not as oppressive to deal with,
right? So, like I said, guys, right now, so far on our wish list, I think these are the key things that would make Cammy still a good character, but not make her insane. And like I said, we could have easily have said, you know, more pushback on her medium punch, more pushback on her standing light kick. I know some of you guys are thinking about that, but really, Cammy is so linear that if you made it so that, you know, just blocking pushes her out, it would make her a really bad character, honestly. Like, she has to have sticking power. She has to have some sticking power. You know, I could say nerf the Oki on her Spiral Arrow, but it would just, like, you know, it's either you want Cammy removed from the game or you want her nerfed slightly, right, and still be a good character. So the back medium punch mirror, like I said, that lowers her defense and not make it mindless, so she has the DPU. The DP stun will hurt her shimmies. The throw will help opponents defend against her better, right? That would just take her stickiness off a little bit, and that would also hurt her shimmies once again because people are taking the throw. And then the V-Trigger 1, it was just kind of couldn't really figure out what to say about V-Trigger 1 without destroying that.
Yeah, I feel like Cammy, since she's so simple, there's a lot of ways of approaching the problem, right? Like right now, for example, one of the big things with Cammy in general is the fact that she has very easy access to shimmies since she's so fast.
Yeah,
that's really hard to react to her movement, right? Like one thing that you see happening even in tournaments is that Cammy players will attempt a shimmy and then move back in and attempt another shimmy again, and it's so hard to react to just because she's so fast, right?
Yeah.
So another way of looking at this could be, you know, if you nerf her backwards movement speed,
only her backwards
still
movement
has
speed?
Only her backwards movement.
Okay.
So there's a bigger dissonance between walking back and forth.
Okay.
What this would do would be that when you actually attempt a shimmy, you have to commit for longer, right? Because of course you have to move backwards for more time since you're moving slower.
Right.
And you cannot do this like, oh, I did a shimmy but didn't work, I'm gonna do it again thing, because people will actually see you attempting it a second time. So that could be another way of looking at it.
Okay.
Or, I mean, like we discussed before, you know, the throws or the back medium punch or whatever. Like, there's so many things that you could change about the character.
Right.
And I guess another thing that's a minor complaint, but it's still pretty annoying to see and deal with.
What's up?
Is standing heavy kick. When it whiffs, it's just too fast. Like, so hard to react to it.
Yeah, they're covering.
Yeah, like Ibuki is the same.
Yeah.
I mean, even Ryu's the same, but poor Ryu, like, that's not nerf poor Ryu. But
well, since they reduced the input delay a little bit, it might help a bit more, but it's still definitely abusable, I feel.
I mean, it's really on the edge, because if you actually look at the frames, where, like, around 20-ish frames. So it's faster than overhead, basically, like to react to this.
Right.
So yeah, so that could be, you know, they could try to apply that thing that they tried with Zeku, where on whiff moves and longer recovery, which I'm still not sure if it actually applied in the game or not. I remember it was a bug at first. So we'll see. Like that's another thing I'd like to see change.
Well, it definitely shows Cammy some love here. We have to say at least one buff, Mir. So one buff I really think they should do with Cammy is
make her interesting.
Mir, come on, man. Come on.
Hey,
bro.
That's what we're trying to suggest.
Come on, man. We're gonna get blown up for this. Anyways, okay, Capcom needs to take a look at her V trigger too. Nobody's using it. I mean, I tried using it and it got blown up for it. It's her V trigger 2 is terrible because it's just the dash is so easily reactable to in general, and V trigger 1 is so damn good. I feel like V trigger 2 has the same problem that a lot of these similar V triggers like Ken or Zeku or Nash. V trigger 2, all these V triggers where you have to commit at the beginning because she has to do a dash. I think that's a problem. So back to what you were saying before, Mira, like, you know, you press down in V trigger or something and you can just activate raw without having to commit to the dash. That way you don't, you know, get blown up for it. I think with Cammy she's kind of plus when she does it, but I mean, what can you really do with her V trigger 2, honestly? What can you really do to make it better?
Yeah, like just make it more, how can I say it? Like give her more choices, basically, you know, like since the character is so linear, just having more choices V trigger wise, you know, even like this empty cancel we were just discussing, just it'll make it more, how can I say that? The character it'll be more deep, basically, you know, you'll have more choices, and that's what we want, basically.
Yeah.
Like you know, with the nerfs that we suggested, or at least some of the nerfs we suggested, the character would be in a nice spot, and at that point it would just be fine-tuning her to make her yeah, like just a deeper character, more interesting and more fun to play and watch. Like that's also what we want.
Which is a very
we don't want
delicate
to fall asleep
character
every top 8. Yeah,
very, very delicate character to tune. So hopefully Capcom gets it right. We'll see. I mean, Capcom doesn't really focus on nerfing Cammy much. Like I said, she survived for 3 seasons now and through the beta. But I think with the turnout of her popularity and her character usage throughout the entire season and every major, I'm sure Capcom just cannot avoid it this time. I'm really sure. But we'll have to see, man. Maybe she'll get that air fireball we've all been wishing for. And for V Trigger 2 Mirror, they did buff it in Season 3, so they're definitely trying to make it more viable, so we'll see. Alright guys, let us know in the comments below what you guys think they should change with Cammy, or if you think she's in a good spot, and maybe with the other buffs for the other characters, maybe they don't need to change Cammy at all. We'll have to see, or it's going to be Season 4, another year of Cammy at the top here. Anyways, do us a solid, guys. Please subscribe to the channel. Hit that bell icon for a chance to be notified when I make a new video. And also, don't forget to like. That really helps out too. And yeah, Mir, thanks a lot for joining me with this, man.
No problem.
Okay, guys. Till next time. Peace out.